Mataji. All glories to Prabhupada. Kripamai Sita Devi Mataji from India, Tamil Nadu. Thank you.
Hare Krishna. Hare Krishna Kripamai Sita Mataji, Dandavat Pranams, all glories to Srila Prabhupada. Please accept my humble obeisances. Thank you so much, Mataji, for joining the call and giving your association. Welcome to the call and congratulations on getting initiated. Hare Krishna.
Thank you.
Hare Krishna Darshana Mataji, please accept my humble obeisances. Srila Prabhupada ki jai, Guru and Gauranga ki jai, and all the assembled devotees. This is Shivani from West Virginia. Hare Krishna.
Hare Krishna Shivani Mataji, Dandavat Pranams, all glories to Srila Prabhupada. Please accept my humble obeisances. Thank you so much, Mataji, for joining the call and giving your association to us. Welcome to the call. Hare Krishna.
Hare Krishna Mataji, Dandavat Pranam. All glory to Srila Prabhupada. This is Neetu from Baltimore.
Hare Krishna Neetu Mataji, Dandavat Pranams, all glories to Srila Prabhupada. Please accept my humble obeisances. Thank you so much, Mataji, for joining the call every day and giving your association to us. Welcome to the call. Hare Krishna.
Hare Krishna Darshini Mataji, Dandavat Pranams to you, Dandavat Pranams to all devotees here. Srila Prabhupada ki jai. This is Sumi from Jersey City. Hare Krishna.
Hare Krishna Sumi Mataji, Dandavat Pranams, all glories to Srila Prabhupada. Please accept my humble obeisances. Thank you so much, Mataji, for joining the call and giving your association to us. Welcome to the call. Hare Krishna. Thank you so much for the very beautiful recitation, Mataji. Hare Krishna Vinita Gandharvika Mataji, Dandavat Pranams, all glories to Srila Prabhupada. Please accept my humble obeisances. Thank you so much, Mataji, for joining the call and giving your association to us. All glories to your services. Welcome to the call. Hare Krishna.
Hare Krishna Darshini Mataji, please accept my humble obeisances. All glories to Srila Prabhupada, all glories to Guru and Gauranga, all glories to all the assembled devotees on the call. This is Harita from Missouri City, Texas, Mataji. Hare Krishna.
Hare Krishna Harita Mataji, Dandavat Pranams, all glories to Srila Prabhupada. Please accept my humble obeisances. Thank you so much, Mataji, for joining the call and giving your association to us. All glories to your services. Welcome to the call. Hare Krishna.
Hare Krishna Mataji, Dandavat Pranam to you and all Vaishnavas. Srila Prabhupada, Srila Gurudev Sita, Vrinda.
Hare Krishna Vrida Gopika Mataji, Dandavat Pranams, all glories to Srila Prabhupada. Please accept my humble obeisances. Thank you so much, Mataji, for joining the call and giving your association to us. Welcome to the call. Hare Krishna. Hare Krishna, dear devotees. Anyone else would like to introduce? Hare Krishna, dear devotees. Dandavat Pranams, all glories to Srila Prabhupada. Please accept my humble obeisances. I welcome all of you once again to Bhakti Sangha Japa Conference Call's mid-morning session on Sri Caitanya Bhagavat. Before moving on to the session, I would like to read Srila Prabhupada's quote for today. Preaching is more important than managing. Just because you are preaching nicely and distributing so much prasadam, the management will follow like a shadow and Krishna will send you no end of help. Letter to Satswarupa, November 21st, 1971. Jagadguru Srila Prabhupada ki jai. Hare Krishna, dear devotees. Today we are very, very fortunate to have Her Grace Preethi Vilasini Mataji with us to enlighten us on the topic of Sri Caitanya Bhagavat Madhya Khanda, chapter 18, verses 22 to 100. Hare Krishna Mataji, Dandavat Pranams, all glories to Srila Prabhupada. Please accept my humble obeisances. We are very grateful to have you on the call today, Mataji, to enlighten us on the topic of Sri Caitanya Bhagavat. I now hand over the call to you.
Hare Krishna Darshini, thank you so much for very warmly welcoming everybody, and Hare Krishna Sumi Mataji, thank you so much for that very beautiful chanting of the Bhagavad Gita. We will continue our study of Sri Caitanya Bhagavat, and today we will be covering a lot of verses, and I have to log out exactly at 12:10 because I still have meetings on. So just apologizing now itself that I may not be able to take questions, maybe 2 minutes of a discussion. Okay. We'll start with the prayers. Om Ajnanatimirandasya Jnananjana Shalakaya Chakshurunmilitam Yena Tasmai Shri Gurave Namaha Mukam Karoti Vachalam Pangum Langayati Girim Yat Kripatamaham Vande Shri Gurum Dinatarinam Paramananda Madhavam Krishna Chaitanya Mishwaram Namo Vishnu Padaya Krishna Cheshtaya Bhutale Srimate Bhaktivedanta Swami Niti Namine Namaste Saraswati Deve Gauravani Pracharine Nirvisesha Shunyavadi Pashakya Deshatarine Jaya Shri Krishna Chaitanya Prabhu Nityananda Shri Advaita Gadadara Shri Vasari Gaura Bhakta Vrinda Hare Krishna 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 Hare 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 Rama, Rama Rama, Hare Hare. We're reading from Sri Caitanya Bhagavat and we'll be covering Madhya Khanda chapter 18, verses 22 to 100. So that's going to be 80 verses because there are hardly any purports. Maybe purport in the last few verses, but since it's a full section, we'll run through all these verses in 1 hour. So just stay tuned. It's going to be reading. There is no realizations, nothing. I'm just going to keep reading and moving on with the story. Okay. Ajanulambita bhujau kanakavadato sankirtanai kapitarau kamala yadakshau vishwam bharau dvijavarau yugadharma palau vande jagat priyakarau karunavatarau Jayati Jayati Deva Krishna Chaitanya Chandro Jayati Jayati Kirti Stasya Nitya Pavitra Jayati Jayati Bhritya Stasya Vishveshwamurte Jayati Jayati Nrityam Tasya Sarva Priyanam. Sharing screen. Caitanya Bhagavat Madhya Khanda, chapter 18, verses 22 to 23. Sarvadye bhumi te anka dilina acharya jinritya darshane mora nahi karya amise ajitendriya nayai varthata Srivasa pandita kahe mora oikata. Scratching a line on the ground, Advaita Acharya was the first to speak. I'm unable to see the dance today. I'm not in control of my senses, so I will not attend. Srivas Pandit said, I was going to say the same thing. So why is Advaita Acharya and Srivas Pandit saying this? It is because in the previous verses, we see that the Lord gave a very strict order. The Lord said that only a person who is in full control of their senses will be allowed to remain within this house. What were they doing in that house? They were about to perform a drama. They were about to perform a dance drama. And everybody was ready to take on different roles. We already saw that in the previous class. Some of them volunteered and they started taking up different roles. And especially Gaur Sundar was ready to take up the role of Lakshmi, while Gopinath, the Supreme Lord, the deity, was on the altar and he would be playing the role of the Supreme Lord. Okay. So we'll continue from there and we'll see what happened. So Advaita Acharya and Srivas Pandit said, see, I'm not going to attend because I don't think my senses are in full control. Okay, because the Lord already alerted that unless your senses are in full control, I don't think you should all be attending this dance. So Advaita Acharya, he drew a line on the ground and he said, okay, I'm not able to see such a transcendental dance and I don't have full control over my senses. So I'm not an exalted person. And following his example, Srivas Pandit also had similar thoughts and he expressed that. Then, Shuniya Thakura Kahi Ishat Hasiya Tomara na gele nritya kahare laiya. Hearing their words, the Lord slightly smiled and said, if you do not go, then who will attend the dance? So the Lord surely wanted them to stay back. Sarvaranga Chudamani Chaitanya Gosai Punahanja Karile Karu Chintanai. So Lord Chaitanya assured them. Who is Lord Chaitanya? Lord Chaitanya is Sarvaranga Chudamani. Chudamani means crest jewel. So Lord Chaitanya is the crest jewel of all enjoyers, Ranga. Ranga is to enjoy, okay? Ranga also is color, but Ranga is also enjoy. Ranganath, meaning the Lord who's enjoying in his quarters, Ranganath. So, Lord Chaitanya, the crest jewel of all enjoys, again declared, don't worry, you can still stay there. महायोगेश्वर आजी तुम्हारा हाई भदिकिया amara keha mohana paiba. Today, you all will become great mystic yogis. None of you will be bewildered while seeing me dance. So this is the assurance given by the Lord. The Lord said, don't worry, all of you will be mystic yogis. You will be in complete control of your senses. I will bestow that benediction. And you will not get bewildered seeing me dance. In fact, you will feel very, very happy. So with the permission and the benediction of the Lord, everybody decided to stay back. Shuniya Prabhura Agnya Advaita Shrivasa Sabara Sahita Mahapayila Ullasa. So they all became Ullas, Paila Ullas. They had received great happiness, jubilation, because the Lord did not discard them. He said, you can stay back. Upon hearing the Lord's declaration, Advaita, Shrivas, and other devotees became overjoyed. Sarvagana Sahita Thakur Vishwambhara Chalila Acharya Chandrasekhara Gara. Lord Vishwambhar and his associates, then they went to the house of Chandrasekhara Acharya. So that is where the play was supposed to commence. Who is Chandrasekhara Acharya? Chandrasekhara Acharya was an elderly person who was also a neighbor of Vishwambhar. And he was there when our Vishwambhar was in the childhood, in his youth and childhood pastimes while in Navadvip. Okay, that is Chandrasekhara Acharya. From time to time, Mahaprabhu would go and perform pastimes in Chandrasekhara Acharya's house. Actually, Chandrasekhara Acharya was also an uncle to Sri Chaitanya Mahaprabhu. Shachi Devi's sister's husband was Chandrasekhara Acharya. So Shachi Devi had a sister and her husband was Chandrasekhara Acharya. They were already related and also he was an exalted personality. Ai chai lena nija vadhura sahite Lakshmi rupe nritya bada adbhuta dekhite. Mother Shachi and her daughter-in-law went there to see the Lord's wonderful dance in the role of Lakshmi. So Goddess Lakshmi also went to see the Lord in the form of Goddess Lakshmi. And this dance drama was not like the nightly sankirtans that would be performed where only were allowed. Very close associates of Sri Chaitanya Mahaprabhu were allowed. This was a little more open. And the Lord had already bestowed his benediction that nobody is going to get bewildered, so all of you come and join him. So then Mother Shachi and his dear Mother Shachi's dear daughter-in-law, they also went to see the wonderful dance in the role of Lakshmi. Yata apta Vaishnaveya Ganera Parivara Chalila Aira Sangha Nrityadhiki Bhara. The family members of all Vaishnavas also accompanied Mother Shachi to see the dance. So a lot of people had come. Shri Chandra Shekhara Bhagya Taraye Sima Yara Ghare Prabhu Prakashila Mahima. This was the limit of Sri Chandrasekhara's good fortune. The Lord manifested this pastime at his house. How fortunate. Chandrasekhara Acharya was so fortunate that the Lord decided to manifest this beautiful pastime of him dancing in Chandrasekhara Acharya's house. Vasila Thakura Sarva Vaishnava Sthite Sabhare Hoila Agna Swaka Chakachite. Upon arriving there, what did the Lord do? The Lord sat down with all the Vaishnavas and then ordered them to dress in their costumes. So we already saw in the previous class, all the costumes were brought in. Okay, so he told all the devotees, go and pick up your costumes and dress up the way you want. At that time, what happened? Karayode Advaita Balila Bara Bara Mora Agnya Prabhu Kon Kacha Kachi Bara. With folded hands, Advaita Acharya repeatedly asked, oh Lord, tell me, which dress should I wear? Which dress should I wear? Tell me, which dress should I wear? So he went on asking Chaitanya Mahaprabhu repeatedly, tell me, what is my role? What should I do? And let's see what Mahaprabhu said. Prabhu bale yata kacha sakili tomara icha nurupa kacha kacha apanara. The Lord replied, all the costumes are yours. So you decide whatever you want, put on whichever costume you wish. बाह्य नाही अद्वैतेरा की करीबा काचा Bhrukuti Kariya Bole Shanti Puranata. Who's Shanti Puranat? It is Advaita Acharya. So this Advaita Acharya, Bhahya Nahi. He had no external consciousness. And what need did he have to have a costume? The Lord of Shantipur wandered around with his eyebrows in a frown. He was looking like that and he was going around. Which costume shall I pick? सर्वभावे नाचे महा विदूषक पाया आनंद सागर माजे भाषिया वेदाया. He danced in various moods like an expert jester and floated in an ocean of bliss. He was so excited. You can imagine if we are also a part of that, how excited we would be. So you can imagine 100 million times more excitement Advaita Acharya was having. Mahakrishna Kolahala Uthila Sakala Anande Vaishnava Sabhaila Vivahla. A tumultuous vibration of Krishna's names arose there, and all the Vaishnavas became overwhelmed with ecstasy. Now that it was announced that the drama is going to begin, everybody can go pick up whatever costumes you want. The people who are sitting there, they were overwhelmed with ecstasy, and a roar of Krishna's names began. And who was the lead kirtanier? It was Mukunda, the great singer. Kirtanera Shubharamba Karila Mukunda Rama Krishna Bala Hari Gopala Govinda. Mukunda began to lead a kirtan. Rama Krishna Bala Hari Gopal Govinda Rama Krishna Bala Hari Gopal Govinda. And everybody was repeating. Pratame Pravishta Haila Prabhu Haridasa Mahadui Ghumpakare Vadane Vilasa. Haridas Prabhu, he appeared first on the stage. And how did he appear? His charming face was decorated with a long handlebar mustache. Handlebar mustache was a big fashion. Recently also it was a big fashion. Many people, they liked handlebar mustache. Make them look good. But then here, Haridas Thakur, he had put on a handlebar mustache and his beautiful face was all excited to take on an important role. What was that important role with a handlebar mustache? Mahapaga Shobhe Shire Dhati Paridhana Dhanda Haste Sabare Karaya Swadhana. He was dressed in loin cloth and his head was adorned with a large turban. And what did he have in his hand? He had a stick and he was cautioning everyone. So you can imagine Haridas Thakur with handlebar mustache, a turban, loincloth, holding a stick and alerting everyone. What did he tell everybody? Are are bhai saba hao swadhana nachi ba lakshmi ra veshe jagatera prana. Oh brothers, get ready. The life and soul of the universe will now dance in the dress of Lakshmi. Jagatera Pran. Who's Jagatera Pran? It is Sri Gaurasundar. He is the Pran, the life and soul of this entire universe. And what is he going to do? He's going to dance like Lakshmi. Hate nadi chari dike dhaiya vedaya sarvange pulaka Krishna sabare jagaya. He ran about with a stick in his hand, alerting everyone. Everyone, get ready, get ready. And the hairs of his body stood on end out of love for Krishna. Nadi means a bamboo pole. So he was holding a cane and telling, tuck, tuck, tuck. Everyone, get ready. Now we have Sri Chaitanya Mahaprabhu who is going to dance as Lakshmi Devi. Krishna Bhaja, Krishna Seva, Bala Krishna Nama, Dhambakari Haridasa Karaya Avana. Haridas proudly invited everyone. Worship Krishna, serve Krishna, chant Krishna's names. Everybody say Krishna, 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 Krishna. So he was alerting the audience, and I hope you're all chanting Krishna in your mind. Haridasa Dikiya Sakala Gana Hase Ke Tumi Ekaya Ke Nisabai Jignase. And what did everyone do? Just like how we might all be laughing. Everybody started laughing as they were watching Haridas. So imagine Haridas holding a stick and alerting everyone, chant Krishna, Now Gaurasundar is going to dance. And he had a handlebar mustache and a turban, and he was running around alerting everybody. So everybody started laughing, and they were thinking, what is wrong with Haridas? So they asked, hey, who are you? Who are you? Why are you here? You seem to be alerting everyone. So they wanted to know what role Haridas Thakur was playing. So they asked me, Arey, who are you? So let's see what Haridas said. Haridase bale ami Vaikunta kotala Krishna jagiya ami boli sarvakala. He said, I am Vaikunta Kotala. I am the watchman of Vaikunta. And I always wander around awakening people to Krishna consciousness. So beautiful. Isn't he the watchman of Vaikunta? Isn't he alerting the people to Krishna consciousness? Isn't he the Namacharya? He's always reminding us, chant the holy names, chant the holy names, chant the holy names. So that's exactly what he was doing. He was holding a stick and with a big mustache was going around telling, chant Krishna, wake up to Krishna consciousness. Vaikunta chadiya Prabhu ailena eta prema bhakti lotaiba takura sarvata. The Lord has left Vaikunta and he's come here. Now he will distribute pure love of God to everywhere. So already Sri Chaitanya Mahaprabhu had come here and he was distributing pure love. So that is exactly what Haridas Thakur was telling everyone. Lakshmi Veshe Nritya Aji Kariba Apane Prema Bhakti Luti Aji Lao Swadhane. And you know what? Today he will personally dance in the dress of Lakshmi. Therefore, everybody carefully plunder that ecstatic love today. So already experience was there. Advaita Acharya in previous chapter, he plundered everything. So now Haridas Thakur is freely telling everyone, all of you following in the footsteps of plunder that ecstatic love. It's going to come out freely, so get ready. Etabali dui ghumpa machudiya hate bhada diya bule gupta murari rasate. After speaking in this way, he curled his mustache and he ran about with Murari Gupta, who's Hanuman, right? So Haridas and Murari Gupta, they were running from one end to the other, curling their mustache and calling out, everyone, get ready, get ready. Mahaprabhu is now going to dance. Gaurachandar is now going to dance. And he's freely giving love. Plunder all that love. This is the only opportunity you have. Doi maha vitvala Krishnera priya dasa doyera sharira Gaurachandrera vilasa. Those two dear servants of Krishna were both overwhelmed with love, for Gaurachandra enjoyed his pastimes in their bodies. So they were filled with Krishna. They were filled with Krishna prem. So much so that Krishna had almost entered them. And this Gaurasundar, Krishna was enjoying his pastimes in their bodies. Krishnika Narada Kacha Kachiya Srivasa Praveshila Saba Maje Kariya Ullasa. And remember in the previous class we saw Srivas dressed as obviously Narada Muni. So our Narada dressed as Narada, Srivas dressed as Narada shortly came there after full costumes. He wore nice costumes, dressed as Narada, and he comes to the stage. Mahadhir Kapaka Dadi Ponitha Sarva Gaya Vina Khande Pusha Haste Chari Chaya. How did this Narada Muni look? He had a long white beard. His entire body was decorated with dots of sandalwood paste. He carried a veena. Veena is the instrument that Narada Muni carries. And on his shoulder, he had the veena on his shoulder and a kusha grass in his hand, and he looked all around. Brahmacharis carry kusha grass. We read this in Bhagavatam 2 days ago. Okay, so he was carrying a kusha grass and he was walking around. And then who followed him? Ramai Pandita Kakshe Koriya Asana Hate Kamandalu Pache Korila Gamana. Ramai Pandit followed him with a water pot in his hand and had a straw mat under his arm. He was also dressed up like that. Vasite Dilina Rama Pandita Asana Sakshak Naradayina Dila Darashana. Ramai Pandit offered him a straw mat to sit. It appears as though Narada had personally appeared there. Of course, he is none other than Narada, so it will be like Narada. Shrivasare Vesha Deki Sarvagana Hase Kariya Ghabira Nada Advaita Jignase. On seeing Shriva's dress, everybody laughed, and Advaita questioned him in a grave voice. Ke tumi aliya itako vakarane Shrivasa balena shuna kahiye vachane. Yes, who are you? Why have you come here? And Shrivas replied, please hear my words. Narada Amara Nama Krishne Ragayana Ananta Brahmande Amikariya Brahmana. My name is Narada. I sing Krishna's glories while wandering throughout innumerable universe. Narada Muni Bhajaya Vina Radhika Ramaname. So he's saying, I sing Krishna's glories wandering around innumerable universe. I am the transcendental spaceman. And my name is Narada. He's introducing himself. Vaikunte Gelana Krishna Deki Bharatare Shunilama Krishna Gelana Diyanagare. I went to Vaikunta to see Krishna, but I heard that Krishna has gone to Nadia. So I saw that Vaikunta was empty and I decided to come here to Nadia because that Krishna has come here. Shuniya deki lama Vaikuntera ghara dvara grihini grihasta nahi parivara. I saw that the houses in Vaikunta were all vacant. I could not find anybody. Forget the Lord, I couldn't find anybody there. Everybody left Vaikunta and they have come here. All the men, women, families. Nobody is there in Vaikunta. Vaikunta is totally deserted. It's empty. Naparira hite shunya Vaikunta dekhiya Ai lama apana thakura shanariya. I could not remain in deserted Vaikunta. So, remembering that the Lord has come here, I also came here. So, Narada Muni is telling he made a trip to Vaikunta while traveling through different planets, and he saw that the Lord has also come to Nadia. Nobody is there in Vaikunta, so he couldn't tolerate staying in deserted Vaikunta. So he also came to Nadia. Prabhu aji nachi bera dari Lakshmi vesha atayeva ye sabhaya amara pravesha. And now he declared, today the Lord will dance in the dress of Lakshmi. So that is the reason I have entered this assembly. I'm very excited to see this beautiful dance of Lakshmi. Shrivasera Narada Nishthavakya Shuni Hasiya Vaishnava Sabakari Jaya 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 Dhvani. After hearing this Nishthavakya, very firm speech of Srivas Thakur that the Lord has come here and he's going to dance in the form of Lakshmi, that were befitting speech of Narada, all the Vaishnavas laughed in happiness and excitement. And they started, Jaya Jaya, Jaya Jaya. We are all very excited. We want to see the dance of Gaurasundar. Abhina Narada Yena Shrivasa Pandita Ye Rupa Se Vyakya Se Charita. Srivas Pandit looked exactly like Narada, with the same form, same words, and same characteristics. Yeah, he's non-different. So he had taken on that role and he was exhibiting all the characteristics, not only in his external appearance, internal activities, thoughts, his body language, in every single way, he was looking exactly like Narada. Yeah, what a great fortune for the people who were seeing that. They were seeing the Supreme Lord himself performing pastimes. They were seeing everybody, all the personal associates of the Lord in their original forms, in the garb of a drama. So how beautiful. Yatapati Vratagana Sakala Laiya Aidhika Krishna Sudha Rase Magnahaya. Mother Shachi and all the chaste ladies all became absorbed in the nectarian mellows of Krishna consciousness as they watched Krishna Sudharasa, right? The nectar of Krishna consciousness. So they were ready to watch this. Malinera balayai inike pandita malini balaye shuni aishu Soni Shishita. Mother Shachi asked Malini, is that Srivas Pandit? Malini replied, yes, it is. Malini is the wife, of course, she knows. Mother Shachi was looking up, is that your husband Srivas? And Malini was like, yes, yes, it is. Parama Vaishnavi Ai Sarvaloka Mata Srivasera Murati Deki Hoila Vismita. Mother Shachi was a great Vaishnavi and also the mother of the universe. She was struck with wonder on seeing Srivasa's form. She was completely struck with wonder. What a beautiful form. Exactly like Narada Muni right in front of her eyes. Anande Pandila Ai Hayamurchita Katao Nakila Datu Sabe Chamatkara. Mother Shachi fell unconscious out of ecstasy. Everybody was astonished to see that there was no sign of life in her body. Imagine seeing Narada Muni face to face. Srila Prabhupada also saw Narada Muni face to face, and he began to sing Narada Muni Bhajaya Veena. And he was very happy saying Narada Muni. He was ecstatic. So here, Mother Shachi, she almost fainted in ecstasy. Satvare sakalapati vrata nari gana karna mule Krishna Krishna karesh saranara. The chaste ladies there softly chanted the names of Krishna into her ear. How do you wake up a person who has fainted in ecstasy of Krishna consciousness? By chanting the names of Krishna. Exactly, this is what happened when Sri Chaitanya Mahaprabhu, he exhibited ecstatic symptoms and he was caught in the fisherman's net. And later all the devotees, what did they do to wake him up? They went and chanted Krishna's names. So that's the only way to bring them back to consciousness. For them to faint also, it is Krishna Nam. To bring them back also, it is Krishna Nam. So they softly chanted Krishna's names in the ear of Shachi Mata. Samvitpaiya Ay Govinda Sanare Pativrata Gani Dhare Dharyeta Napare. As Mother Shachi regained her external consciousness, she remembered Govinda. Although the chaste ladies tried to pacify her, they were unable to. Transcendental feelings. E mata ki ghara bahire sarvajana bhahya nahi spure sabe karena kandana. In this way, everyone inside and outside the room lost external consciousness and they began to cry. Grinatare Veshakare Prabhu Vishwambhara Rukminira Bhave Magna Kaliya Nirbhara. So now, change of scene. Okay, some serious stuff. As Lord Vishwambhara put on his dress inside one of the rooms, as he was dressing up, he became fully absorbed in the mood of Rukmini. Rukminira bhave magna hoila nira bhara. So he took on the mood of Rukmini, fully absorbed in her mood as he was putting on the dress. So a performer should take on the mood of the character he or she is performing right from the moment of dressing time. That's when the character can truly come out. As he is dressing himself and he's making himself look like Rukmini, he started thinking about Rukmini and taking on her complete mood. Apanana jane prabhu Rukmini aveshe vidharbhera suta yena apane vase. Being absorbed in the mood of Rukmini, he totally forgot himself and considered himself to be the daughter of the Vidarbha king. You see, even in villages in India, they do these stage performances. Not only in the stage performances, there are different cultural dances that happen in certain devatas temples. Like, you have Gramya devatas, there are so many different Gramya devatas. People who were raised in India would know in the interiors, in the villages. So there are some performances that happen when the deity apparently gets into the person. And then that person taking on the mood of that deity, it could be a small Gramidevta. But that person who is possessed by the deity, you can't say possessed. Possessed is a very low word. But the person takes on the mood of the deity enters the personality while he is dressing itself. So as he is dressing, slowly he imbibes the mood of the deity and the deity enters him, and then he starts dancing and he makes predictions. People in villages would know how this works. So at the time of dressing itself, you become that character. Okay. So here also, I mean, this is transcendental, of course. This is Chaitanya Mahaprabhu, Supreme Lord. We are talking about somebody really exalted. But still, the concept is that you become absorbed in the mood of the character and you forget yourself. You forget that you are Preeti, Vilasini, or you are Kirtida Sundari or whatever, and you become that character. So that's what was happening with Chaitanya Mahaprabhu. Being absorbed in the mood of Rukmini, the Lord forgot himself and considered himself the daughter of Vidarbha king. Who's the daughter of Vidarbha king? Vaidharvi. Who's Vaidharvi? Rukmini. Nayanera jale patra likhaya apane prithvi haila patra anguli kalame. This is so beautiful. This verse, so beautiful. You can imagine this. He began to write a letter. Now he was ready. He had put on his costumes and now he's performing. So what did he do? He began to write a letter. So nice. Using his tears as ink. What do we use as ink? Whatever, blue color ink bottle, we use that as ink. And how do we write a letter on a paper, right? And we use the pen to write the letter. But then here, look at what Mahaprabhu was doing. You can all imagine this. He began to write a letter using his tears as ink. How beautiful. The tears are flowing. He is using the tears as ink. And the ground is the paper. The ground as paper and his finger as the pen. So with the tears, he's writing with his finger on the ground. What is he writing? He's going to write a letter that Rukmini wrote. You all know the famous verses of Rukmini's love letter to Krishna in Srimad Bhagavatam, right? These 7 verses, very celebrated verses. So how did Mahaprabhu write the letter? He didn't write with ink and paper and he didn't give it to, he was not in a palace, nothing. He just brought out the tears of ecstasy that was coming out of his eyes and flowing down his cheeks and falling on the ground. That he didn't have a pen. He used his finger and he wrote a letter on the ground, on the bare ground. Being absorbed in the mood of Rukmini, Sri Gaurasundar began to shed tears of love. Those tears were used as ink on the surface of earth, was used as the letter or paper, and his finger was used as a pen. Wow. So beautiful. Rukmini Rapatra Sapta Shloke Bhagavate Ye Ache Padaya Nataha Kandite. He cried, Kandiya. He cried so much. And he read Rukmini's letter consisting of 7 verses from Srimad Bhagavatam. Gita Vande Shona Shata Shlokera Vyakhyana Ye Kota Shunile Swami Haya Bhagavan. The Supreme Lord becomes the husband of one who hears the purport of these 7 verses. So we are going to discuss the purport of these 7 verses. That is the agenda for today. And what happens when you all hear the purport of these 7 verses as described in Caitanya Bhagavat? Swami Haya Bhagavan. Bhagavan will become your Swami, your Lord, your husband, your Pati. We are all parts and parcels of Krishna. Who's our Swami? It is the Supreme Lord Krishna. If you hear the purport of these 7 verses as presented here, as enacted by Sri Chaitanya Mahaprabhu, and as you are hearing today, the Supreme Lord will become your Swami. How nice. So let's read and relish what Chaitanya Bhagavat is telling us. This is Srimad Bhagavatam 10.52 to 10.52.37 onwards, that talks about the letter written by Rukmini, the love letter. How did she write that? Shrutva gunan bhuvana sundara shunvatante nirvishya karna vivarair haratungatapam rupam drisham drishimatam akilarthalabham tvayachyuta vashati chittam apatrapam me. She said, Shrutva gunan bhuvana sundara shunvatante. I have heard about your transcendental qualities, O world beauty, Bhuvana Sundara. Krishna is Bhuvana Sundara. What did she hear about that Bhuvana Sundara? She heard Gunan, his transcendental qualities, from others. Shrutva Gunan Bhuvana Sundara Shrinvatante. Nirvishya Karna Vivirair Haratungatapam. And when you hear these transcendental qualities, when you hear the Nama Rupa Guna Leela of Krishna, what happens? All our bodily miseries are relieved. What are the bodily miseries made of? That also will be explained in Caitanya Bhagavat. Very soon we'll see. Everybody knows this, the three miseries of human life, right? Adi Deva, Adi Atma, and Adi Bhautika. So all these will be relieved. Nirvishya karna vivarair haratungatapam. Harato angatapam, all the tapam, tapatrayam will all be removed. Rupam drisham drishimatam akilarthalabham. If someone sees your rupa, your transcendental beauty, his eyes have attained everything profitable in life. Akilarthalabham. In this world, whatever labha is there, all that will be attained if one sees your beautiful form. Twayi achyuta vishati chittam apatrapam me. O Achyuta, O infallible one, I have become shameless after hearing your qualities, and I have become very attracted to you. So this is what Rukmini is telling. She's calling him Achyuta. Achyuta, he is infallible. And there is nothing wrong in a person becoming shameless in liking him. Because there is no fall down when you like an infallible person, because he's Achyuta. Na Chyavati iti Achyuta. He will not let you down. He will not slip from his position. He's the most perfect. If you're attracted to him, what is the loss? So there is no question of having any shame. So I have become shameless after hearing of your qualities, and I've become so attracted to you. So let's see how the purport is for these verses. It is all in Bengali, and the discussion begins. Shurniyato mara guna bhuvana sundara dhura bhela angatapa trividha dushkara. O beauty of the worlds, after hearing your qualities, the insurmountable threefold miseries have been destroyed. The phrase Trivida Dushkara Thapa refers to the three unavoidable miseries, Adhyatmic, Adibhautik, and Adidaivic miseries, inflicted by the body and mind, other living entities, and natural disturbances. So all these can be surmounted. What? If your ear can hear Harikatha, if you can hear Srimad Bhagavatam, if you see the beauty of the Lord, what happens? All the, if you see the beauty of the Lord, what happens? Rupam drisham akilarthalabham. You attain everything that is desirable. Okay. Once you see Krishna, what more do you want? And once you hear about Krishna from Srimad Bhagavatam, all the miseries in this life is gone. Sarvanidhi Labhatora Rupadarashana Sukhe Deki Vidiyara Deki Lalochana. Seeing your form is like attaining the greatest treasure. Such a form is seen only by one who has been awarded suitable eyes by the Creator. Only if Krishna desires to reveal himself to us can we see him, right? So only the devotees really saw Krishna. But many people like Duryodhana and people who were envious, they couldn't really see the beautiful form of Krishna. They were seeing Krishna, but they were not seeing Krishna. It was like that. Shuniya dusimhatora yashira vakana Nirlaja Haya Chitta Yaya Tu Yasthana. O lion-like personality of the Yadu dynasty, by hearing the descriptions of your glories, my heart has shamelessly been drawn to you. Nirlajja. Lajja means shame. Absolutely shameless I am. Of course, when you hear about the Lord, who will not want to have the Lord as his or her pati, right? Even his pati, because the Lord is the pati of men as well, correct? In that Rasa Leela dance, Parikshit Maharaj asked Shukdev Goswami, how is it that Krishna danced with a wife of other women, other men? And Shukdev Goswami was telling, what kind of question is that? He is the pati of even the husbands. So who will not want to have him as one's pati, as one's husband? Kona kulavati dhira ache jag maje kala pai tomara charana hi bhaje. What chaste, sober woman of this world will not worship your lotus feet upon receiving the opportunity? If you're truly chaste, you will be worshipping Krishna. When Kunti is described as chaste in Kunti Priya, Sati, she's called as Sati. And there in the purport, Srila Prabhupada says, you know why she's called Sati? Because she's a chaste devotee of Krishna. So a truly chaste or sober woman in this world will be a devotee of Krishna. They will want to worship the lotus feet of Krishna. That is true chastity. Yes, we have the mundane chastity of being chaste to one's husband. That is different. But real chastity, transcendental chastity is being chaste to Krishna, whether it is a man or it is a woman. The phrase Kalapai means on getting the opportunity. And where is this verse? This is the next verse of the letter in Bhagavatam 10:50-38. Katva mukunda mahati kulashila rupa vidya vayodravina dhama biratmatulyam dhirapatim kulavati navrinita kanya kalen nrusimha naraloka manobhiramam. In the previous verse, she addressed Krishna as Achyuta. Here she is addressing him as Nrusimha, lion among men, Yadu Simha. You are the lion among the Yadus. A Simha is the king, right? He's the king of the jungle and he's unshakable. But our hearts shake when we see this lion. And not only that, she calls him Mukunda. Mukunda means, of course, Mukunda is the giver of liberation. Everyone says that. But Vishwanath Chakravarti Thakur, he says here, specifically in this context, when Rukmini is calling him Mukunda, she's relishing his beauty and she's calling him Mukunda because Mu refers to the face and Kunda are the jasmine bud-like teeth of Krishna that makes his face so beautiful. So he's called as Mukunda. So she says, oh Mukunda, in your beauty, in your appearance, you're only equal to yourself. Not only that, you're only equal to yourself in your Mahati, Kula, Sheela, Rupa. That means in your lineage, character, beauty, knowledge, youthfulness, wealth, influence, Vidya, Vayo, Dravina, Dhamabir, Atmatulyam. Who is equal to you in your lineage, character, beauty, knowledge, youthfulness, wealth, and influence? O Nrasimha, O Dhira, O Nrasimha, O lion among men. You are the delight of everyone's minds. Our mind is not very steady, but you are like that Simha who's sitting in our minds. What aristocratic, what Dhira, sober-minded, marriageable girl, Dhira Pati Kulavati, who is very marriageable, who is very chaste, who is aristocratic, who is very sober. Which woman, which Kanya will not choose you? Because you are Manobhiramam. Because you attract everybody's mind, though you are that Rasimha. So beautiful. Vidya Kula Shila Dhana Rupa Vishadhame Sakala Viphala Hayato Mara Vihane. Without you, one's education, family, character, wealth, beauty, dress, and restaurants are all useless. A woman may be maybe coming from a great family with great aristocracy. She may have great character, beauty, wealth. She might have everything. But what is the use of all that if she's not a devotee of Krishna? It's all useless, right? Because all that is temporary at the end of the day. So she's telling, what is the use of all this if I don't desire you? If I don't give all this as a service to you? If I don't do a samarpan of my education, family, character, wealth, beauty, dress, residence, everything unto you, What is the use of this, having all this? Moradhashtya kshama kara tridhashiraraya na parirakite chitta tomare mishaya. Oh, Tridashrai. Tridashrai means the Lord of the three worlds, the upper, middle, and lower planetary systems. Tridasharai also means the Lord of the 33 million demigods, right? So that is also Tridashrai. So Tridash means many things. So he's Tridasharai. She says, please forgive my arrogance. Kshamakara. Please forgive. I'm unable to control my heart. That's why I'm expressing it so explicitly. My heart wants to unite with you, become one with you. My heart, I just want to merge that heart onto your heart. That's what I want to do in my love for you. Ekete varila tora charana yugala manaha prana buddhi tone arpila sakala patni pada diya more karaniji dasi mora bhage sishupala nahuka vilasi कृपा करी मोरा परिग्रह करनाता ये न सिंह भागन हे श्रृगाल साथा. That is why I've accepted your lotus feet as my life and soul. I have offered my mind, my life, and intelligence unto you. Please make me your maidservant by accepting me as your wife. Don't let me become the object of Shishupala's enjoyment. Oh Lord, please accept me, because what is meant for the lion should not be taken by the jackal. Right? A lion's rightful claim should not be taken by a jackal. The lion's share is the lion's share, and all this belongs to you. I dedicate myself to you. I don't want that Shishupal, who's like a jackal, to take me away. It only belongs to you. I only belong to you. So that was verse number 39 from Srimad Bhagavatam. Tanme bhavan kalo vritapati rangajayam atma pitascha bhavato atra vido vaidehi Mavira bhagam abhimarshatu chaityarat Goma yuvan mrigapate balimam bujaksha. She calls him Ambujaksha. I am actually burning, she's telling. I'm burning because the Shishupal would be marrying me. You know, if you don't come and take me, the Shishupal will marry me. And I will burn in that thought and that distress of not being able to offer myself to you. But you are like Ambujaksha. You have lotus-like eyes. So please cool me. Please come. Please come. Oh my Lord, I've chosen you as my husband. I surrender myself unto you. I'm just giving myself to you with my wholeheartedly. So please come swiftly, O Almighty One, and make me your wife. Ma Veera Bhagam Abhimarshatu Chaidya Arat Gomayu Van Mrigapatir. Van Mrigapatir means the Pati, Mrigapati, the Lord of all animals in the Vana, Balim Ambujaksha. So she's telling you are like Mrigapati. You are like that lion, but the jackal, he wants to touch me and he wants to take me. He's trying to steal the property of a lion. Everything belongs to you. So please take me away with your lotus cooling like eyes. Don't let me burn in this distress. Please come soon, she calls him. Vratadana kula dvija devira archana satyayadi seviya achyuta charana tabe gada graja mora hau pranishvara dura hau sishupala ye mora vara. If I've actually observed any vows given in charity, worship the gurus, brahmanas, and demigods, or serve the lotus feet of the Supreme Lord, then, O Gadagraja, I pray for the benediction that you become the Lord of my life and drive away the Shishupal who's unrightfully trying to kill me. And where do we see that? We see that in verse number 40 of our prayers. Pure Shtadatta Niyamavrata Deva Vipra Gurvacharana Biralam Bhagavan Paresha Aradito Yadi Gajagrajayetya Patnim Grunatu Mena Damagosha Sutadayunye. So she says, if I have sufficiently worshipped the Supreme Personality of Godhead by pious work, sacrifices, charity, rituals, and vows, and also by worshipping the demigods, Brahmanas, and Gurus, then may Gadagraja come and take my hand and not Dhamagosha's son, who is Chaitya, who is the Sishupal, or anyone else. So here, why is she telling if I have sufficiently worshipped the Supreme Personality of Godhead? Why is she talking about pious work, sacrifices, charity, rituals, and vows? So in the commentary, Chakravarti Pad says she's talking about all this simply because she's asking Krishna to come and take her. But maybe Krishna might question her, what qualifications do you have? Are you even qualified? How can you ever ask me like this? So to substantiate the fact that, yes, she's trying her best to become qualified. She's telling, I've worshipped the Lord sufficiently. I've done sacrifices. I've done rituals. I've taken vows. I've done my best. So please, 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 may I get that blessing that Gadagraja can come and take my hand. Who's Gadagraja? Gada Agraja. Agraja means elder brother. Krishna is the elder brother of Gada. Gada is one of the stepbrothers of Krishna, who's a younger brother. One of the other wives, that is, Vasudeva had many wives, right? One of the other wives' son was Gada. And he becomes the elder brother of Gada. Gada was a great warrior and he was able to conquer. He was one of the great warriors mentioned in Mahabharata and other places. He's highly celebrated and he's known to be very successful in the war. He used to always emerge successful. So she's calling him Gadagraja. You're the elder brother. You're even the protector of Gada. You're even the caretaker as an elder brother. You even take care of Gada. So you're the Gadagraja. So you come and take my hand. You come soon. Take my hand. I don't want to give myself to Dhamagosha's son, Dhamagosha's son is Shishupal, or anybody else. I'm only fit for you. So I have done my best. I have worked sufficiently. So if you think it's okay, can you please come and take me? Kali mora vivaha khaiba hina ache aji jatha asaha vilamba karapache gupte asi rahiba vidarbha pure kache sheshe asarva shaniya sange asi be samaje chaidya shalva jara sangha mathiya sakala hari beka more dhikiya bahubala. She says, my marriage is fixed tomorrow. So come quickly today without any delay. Stay secretly in your Vidarbhapura and later enter the city with your army. After defeating Sishupal, Shalma and Jarasandha, display your strength by kidnapping me. And what is that verse in Srimad Bhagavatam? 10:50-41. Shobhamini tvam ajitodvane vidarbhan gupta samitya pratana pratibhiparita nirmatya chaitya magadendra bhalam prahasya mam rakshasena vidinon vahavirya shulkam. So she says, come and capture me in the Rakshasa style. Choose me, she's telling. And Chakravarti Pad in the commentary for this verse in Bhagavatam, he says it's very similar to how Lakshmi chose. Actually, he's comparing Lakshmi choosing the Lord in the churning of the milk ocean. That's the comparison he's given. But here, Rukmini is telling, come and take me away in the Rakshasa style. Was the churning of the milk ocean episode in the Rakshasa style? Not really. But still, there we see that Lakshmi comes out and she sees nobody is suitable for her. And finally, she sees there's only one person suitable for her, and she goes and sits on his chest, taking him as her husband, right? So Krishna Vishnu by his mere presence, he captured Lakshmi. He just captured Lakshmi, and Lakshmi went and sat on his chest. So like that, she's telling, you just come here and I will come running to you and we both will run away. So she calls him and she says, I want to marry you in the Rakshasa style. So why don't you come? But when you enter, don't enter with your full army. You come silently by yourself. You should be unseen. You should enter Vidarbha. And then later you should surround yourself with the leaders of the army. And you should crush the forces of the Chaitya and the Magadendras, that is Jarasandha and Shishupal, crush all their forces and carry me away. Actually, she carries him away. I mean, it's either way. You carry me away or I will carry you away and let's run away. Basically, let's run away. Win me with your valor. Veera Shulkam. Win me with your valor and let's go away. But then Krishna may ask, oh, you're asking me to come silently and then bring my army and fight with everyone. What if I harm your relatives? Won't your relatives will also be harmed? I mean, if there is a big fight that is going to ensue. Then later, of course, Rukmini, here in the next verse, Antapurantara, that's where she explains that I have a specific plan how you should come. You should come to the mandir of Devi, and there I will come to take my darshan. There you should see me, and eventually you should take me away without harming my relatives. So anyway, text number 90 is an explanation of the previous verse. Let's see that. Darpa prakashera prabhu ye se samaya tomar vanita shishu pala yoga naya. Oh Lord, now it's time to manifest your pride. Your wife is never meant to be usurped by Shishupal. What is meant for you should not be taken by the jackal Shishupal. 91-92. Vini bandhu vadi more hariba apane taraha upaya balonto mara charane vivahira purvadine kula dharma yache navavadu janayaya bhuvanara kache. I submit at your lotus feet a means, she very clearly says. You don't have to fight with my relatives, but you can crush all these enemies. So I'll give you a cool idea, very clear idea. I submit at your lotus feet a means by which you may kidnap me without killing my well-wishers. There is a custom in our family that on the day before marriage, the bride-to-be goes to the temple of goddess Bhavani. Antapurantaracharim anihatya bandhun tvamudvahe katamiti pravadami upayam purve dyurasti mahati kuladeva yatrasyam bahir navavadhur girijamupeyat. Since I will be staying within the inner chambers of the palace, you may wonder, how can I carry you away without killing some of your relatives? But I will tell you a way. On the day before the marriage, there is a grand procession to honor the royal family's deity. And in this procession, the new bride goes outside the city to visit goddess Girija. So he says, come to Girija's temple. Say avasera prabhu hari be amare na mari babandhu doshak shami ba amare. Oh Lord, take advantage of this opportunity to kidnap me. Do not kill any well-wisher, not my relatives, and forgive me for all the offenses, for bringing you here and giving you so much trouble. So this is what she's telling. Yathara charana dhuli sarva angi snana umapati kache chache yate ka pradhana hina dhuli prasadana kariya di more mari bakariya vrata bali lunto mare yata janma pana tora mulya charana tavat mari bashuna kamala lochana. And finally she says, final word of Rukmini, she says, if you do not bless me with the dust of your lotus feet, which is even desired by Umapati, husband of Uma Devi and other great personalities, I will vow to end my life. O lotus-eyed Lord, I will continue to give up bodies, birth after birth after birth, till I attain your invaluable lotus feet. So very clearly she says that if you don't come, what will I do? Maybe you think that the austerities and the vows that I've undertaken to worship you is not enough, so you're not happy with me. So I will continue to perform them. And by taking up, by not eating, by not, and thinking about you, I will give up this life. I'll take another birth. If I'm still not qualified, I'll continue to perform austerities. If I'm still not qualified, I will continue to keep doing it, birth after birth after birth, till I finally attain your lotus feet. Even Lord Shambhu, Umapati, he holds the dust of your lotus feet on his head, hoping that one day he will attain you. Following in his footsteps, I will also do the same. Yasyangri pankajaraja snapanam mahanto vanchayati umapati rivatmatamu pahayati. Oh, this is the verse from Srimad Bhagavatam. Yasyangri pankajaraja snapanam mahanto vanchanti umapati rivatmatamu apahayati. Yarhi ambujakshanalabe yabavat prasadam Vratakrishan Satajanma Virsyat. So she's ready to take 100 births if needed. She says, "O lotus-eyed one, great souls like Lord Shiva hanker to bathe in the dust of your lotus feet, and by that they are destroying ignorance. So if I cannot obtain your mercy in this birth, then I will just give up my asun, my life force, my breath, and I will make it weak from the severe penances that I will perform. Then after hundreds of lifetimes, Shata Janma, after Shata Janma, I will endeavor and I will endeavor. And finally, I will receive your mercy. So I'm not going to give up. You may think, okay, I won't, if you don't come, I will just get married to somebody else. That will not happen at all. If you don't come, I will just take up austerities and give up my life. And you may think, after this birth, I will forget you. That will also not happen. Next birth, again, I will do austerities. And next birth, and next birth, and next birth, till I attain you. She is completely convinced the Lord now. Chala chala brahmana satvara krishna sthane kahagiya ye sakala morani vedane. Oh Brahman, go quickly and inform Krishna of my desire. She's sending this letter through a Brahman, right? So she's telling the Brahman, oh Brahman, go quickly, take this letter and inform Krishna of my desire. Remember, Mahaprabhu is doing all this. Mahaprabhu has taken on the role of Rukmini and he's saying the same thing. E mata bale prabhu Rukmini aveshe sakala Vaishnava gana prema kandehase. In this way, the Lord spoke in the mood of Rukmini as all the Vaishnavas cried and smiled in ecstatic love of God. So you can imagine the Supreme Lord, he's so beautiful. Gaurasundar is so beautiful. And he's dressed as Rukmini. And he's really in the mood of Rukmini. And he's writing this letter. He's speaking out these verses. Imagine the reaction of the audience. They were crying as he was crying. They were smiling as he was smiling. And they were all immersed in ecstatic love of God. Enarangahaya Chandra Shekhara Mandire Chatudike Hari Dhvani Shuni Uchchaishware. Such blissful pastimes took place in the house of Chandrasekhara. The loud vibration of Hari's names filled in 4 directions. Everybody chanted, Hari, 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 after hearing these beautiful verses. Jaga 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 deke Prabhu Haridasa Naradera Kache Nache Pandita Srivasa. Haridas Prabhu called everyone, wake up, wake up, as Srivas Pandit danced in the dress of Narada. We'll stop here. The beautiful pastime of Gaurahari writing a letter in the mood of Rukmini, these beautiful 7 verses, and also giving the commentary, parallel commentary also in these 7 verses. And there, Haridas and Srivas Pandit, they were ensuring the audience is engaged continuously. So they're like, okay, if you have all been drowned in ecstasy and if you've forgotten yourselves, now wake up, wake up, wake up. Because the next part of the play is going to start. Okay, so we'll stop here. I really have only 5 to 10 minutes left. So if you have any questions or discussions, please go ahead and then we'll stop.
So wonderful. You covered so much in just like a Rajdhani Express you went. But everything you covered, so
I
fantastic.
really wanted to finish that section, 180 verses, right? So
you're past, you're going back home. Finish.
With your blessing.
Hare Krishna. Radha Krishna Mathurasi. Thank you, Mataji.
Krishna Mathurasi, with your blessings.
Hare Krishna Mataji, Dandvat Pranam. Like Sukhakar Prabhu said, you went like a Rajdhani and my heart was beating. My heart was literally beating because I know you have time only till 12 and then you have a hard stop and then you have to cover so many verses. But fabulous, you've done it. You did it, Mataji. It was a fabulous class. Thank you so much. And especially the letters that you explained, the Bhagavatam verses of Rukmani Devi is awesome. Thank you, Mataji.
Thank you, Mataji. Thank you so much. And I was just thinking this class didn't need any preparation. It was just reading, right? So, but still, it was a lot of verses.
Of course, it needed some preparation, like you quoted the commentary of Srila Vishwanath Chakravarti Thakur. So definitely. Thank you, Mataji.
Thank you, Mataji. Thank you.
Hare Krishna Mataji, thank you so much for the very wonderful class. Vinita Mataji also says, thanks Mataji for the beautiful recitation of the verses and thanks for the beautiful pastimes from Srimad Bhagavatam.
Thank you,
And-
Rashmi.
Yeah, Harita Mataji also says, wonderful class, Hari Bol. Mataji, thank you so much. You've covered so many verses within one class. And I think the way Narad Muni says, I mean, Srivas Thakur says, wake up, and then left for the rest of the Leela to happen. You've also woken all of us up, anticipating for tomorrow's class, that what's going to happen tomorrow. So, Mataji, thank you so much for the very beautiful class. And Sushmita Mataji also says, thank you so much for all the beautiful pastimes, Mataji. Hari Hari. Yeah, you've left all of us also chanting Hari Hari by your last two verses.
Yes, let's keep chanting Hari Hari till we meet again with the continuation of Chaitanya Bhagavat. Yes.
We are waiting for the prasadam for Rukmini Kalyanam is over. We want to eat prasadam now. You have to feed us.
Yes, even I'm interested in the prasadam. Yes. Right.
Yes, Mataji, with your permission, we'll end today's call, Mataji.
Yeah.
Yeah, thank you so much, Mataji. Despite a busy schedule, you still came to give the class and drowned all of us in those 78 verses that you recited today. So thank you so much, Mataji. Vansha kalpatarubhyascha kripa sindhubhye vacha patitanam pavanebhyo vaishnavebhyo namo namaha. Jagat Guru Srila Prabhupada ki jai.
Jai.
Ananta Koti Vaishnav Vrinda ki jai.
Jai.
Her Grace Preethi Vilasini Mataji ki jai.
Jai.
Glories to all the
Thank you, Mataji, for the wonderful class. Hare Krishna.
Thank you, Mataji.
Gauranga.
Thank you so much, Mataji.
Hare Krishna,
Jai Shri
Mataji.
Radhe
Dhanwad
Shyam
Pranam.
Sat
Thank you so
Vrindavan Dham.
much. Hari
Jai
Bol.
Ho.
Hare Krishna.
Hare Krishna.
Ending the call here, dear devotees. Perfect timing. Hari Bol.
Hare
Hare
Bol.
Krishna Mataji.